Gunnison Valley Hospital, Clearsight Glass Solutions, and Barney Trucking.
I know it's got to be that can't eat, can't sleep, reach for the stars, over the fence, World Series kind of stuff, right?
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome to Larry H. Miller Field here on the campus of Brigham Young University. Nolan Anderson alongside me, Willie Akers. We've got Adam Coombs doing our producing for this one, and Kyler Jensen on the camera work for us. But Willie, we just finished up with a game earlier. It was Beaver falling to ALA in that one 10-7.
Number one, Toot and Cued.
Yeah, so ALA will move on and advance, and they get the winner of this one. This game is between the number 5 South Sevier Rams and the number 3 Gunnison Bulldogs. Gunnison will be in the third base dugout as the home team. Yep. And the first base dugout is the visiting team. That'll be South Sevier. So they should be bringing out the umpires and the coaches here in about 1 minute, and then following the coaches meeting, we should be ready to go. They've already done the national anthem for the games earlier, so they're not going to do that again. There is no in and out until the championship game. Everybody got a chance yesterday.
Coach, this is only the second game that feels like we've been here for 2 days.
Yes, it does, but what a better place to be than right here, right?
The question of the day, how can you not be romantic about baseball?
Yeah, that's
baseball
for sure.
has a baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Well, we haven't had no apple pie. I heard a Chevy. It looked like a hot Chevy out there on the street earlier.
Yeah, we could hear one.
Yeah, so, this two teams fairly familiar with each other. I think a little surprise. I think Coach Chad Avery might be looking to roll the dice a little bit here in this one. So.
And when we get to it, we're going to take a break as they meet at home plate. When we come back, we'll have you give the Gunnison Bulldogs lineup. I'll give South Sevier's and maybe talk about what you mean by roll the dice. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more of our pregame and starting lineups as we get ready for this one. Should be a good one. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. In times like these,
Alvey Lumber in Manti and Monroe continues to offer great deals on shed, carport, and garage packages. You buy it and they will come and install it for you. This will be the easiest and best deal you will ever make. Alvey Lumber has lots of different types, sizes, and colors of shed, carport, and garage packages to fit your needs. For a free price quote and more information, stop by or call Alvey Lumber in Manti or Monroe, where the wood is good and so is the hardware.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back as we go to game 27. The winner of this one will turn around and play again at 7 p.m. versus ALA. This one's between the Gunnison Bulldogs, the number 3 ranked team, and the number 5 ranked South Sevier Rams. And I'm going to turn it over to my partner here, Willie Akers, and he's going to give the starting lineup for the Gunnison Bulldogs.
Okay, he's leading things on for Coach Chad Avery in center field, number 11, Braxton Pickett. Batting second at third base, number 16, Axton Sorensen. Batting third at shortstop, number 3, Dax Knutson. Batting fourth, Waylon Sorensen, Ketchen. Batting fifth, first base, number 2, Dylan Dyring. Batting fifth in left field, or sixth in left field, number 5, Landry Edwards. Batting seventh, second base, number 4, Kason Brackett. Batting eighth, DH, number 10, Briggs Hendrickson. And here's our surprise, I think. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 8, Porter Coleman. And then rounding out the lineup, the right fielder, number 17, Barry Bartholomew. And the reason I say that it is a little bit of a gamble, ERA for Porter, 16.80. He's only worked an inning and 2/3, Coach. 1 strikeout, 2 base on balls.
Yeah, obviously Coach Avery, you mentioned maybe rolling the dice a little bit. He's got 3 pitchers that he has not used in Braxton Pickett, Daxon Knutson, and Landry Edwards as amongst others. But he's going to go with Porter Coleman. And for the South Sevier Rams and Coach Eric Baker, they'll be leading off the center fielder, number 7, Cannon Barney, followed by the shortstop, number 3, Houston Blake. And then it will be the pitcher, number 9, Gus Ingram. And then batting fourth, the third baseman, number 21, Trell Parsons. And in left field, number 11, Grady Heaps. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Grady Mitchell. Batting seventh, the DH, number 5, Aiden Nilsson. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 4, Jax Christiansen. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 22, Hayden Edwards. And in right field, number 10, Crew Winkle. And the first pitch is a ball outside.
Well, I think Coach Chad Avery's counting on his bats. He's got a powerful lineup, so he's going to count on them to carry him into the next ball game.
So 1-0 count here to Cannon Barney. Next pitch is in there for strike one.
Cannon, 325 hitter coming into the tournament. 1 home run, 17 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. If he gets on, the horse race starts.
Count 1-1 here to Cannon Barney. Here's a pitch from Coleman. Curveball in there for strike 2.
Good curveball there.
Everybody talked about Gunnison's depth at the pitching. That's one of their strengths, and that's why one of the reasons I think Coach Avery choosing to go with Porter Coleman in this one.
Well, I didn't get to look him in the eye on this one, so that's hit right back at Porter. He's going to go to first for the 1-3 put out number 1. So just a weak ground ball back to him.
Yeah, it was just not one of Cannon's better swings, and so far that's what Porter Coleman is on the mound to do, just get outs. Doesn't matter how.
Just got to throw strikes. Got a good defense behind him. Houston Blake, 360 coming in, a home run, 18 runs driven in. Shortstop, Coach Eric Baker.
Yep, Houston Blake stands in on the right side. Here's the first pitch, in there for strike 1.
So, going to be bragging rights between Sevier and San Pete County.
Yeah, and more than anything, too, right now, we've seen it, Willie, throughout this tournament. The most important thing is throwing strikes.
Yesterday I couldn't spell San Peter. Today I are one. It's one of the first things I heard when I moved to San Pete County.
That pitch was a curveball, stayed in for ball 1. Evens the count now to 1-1 for Houston Blake.
25, going on 26 years now in San Pete County. All with Mid-Utah Radio.
That's good. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Up in the zone, ball 2, 2-1 count.
Well, that would be the one weakness in the 1 2/3 innings. He's got 2 base on balls, 1 strikeout. 2 wild pitches and a hit batsman.
2-1 count, 1 out here. Pitch swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike 2. Evens the count now 2-2.
Yeah, right off the end of the bat. If that bat had been an inch shorter, he'd have missed it.
Yeah, it's true. Houston Blake, tough out, does not strike out a lot. As you see him kind of widen the stance a little bit. Here's the pitch. Hit towards the shortstop, Knutson. He's going to try to backhand it. It's going to go up the glove. And Houston Blake will reach first base on the E6.
E6, so the first freebie of the ball game is going to Gunnison. On the air there by.
And that ball wasn't hit hard enough. Knutson, instead of trying to just plant the feet and backhand it, you got to circle the ball, get around it, and get the momentum going towards first base. I think he makes that play.
Gus Ingram, he'll be throwing for Coach Eric Baker today. He steps in a .352 average, a home run, 23 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. Houston Blake, unless I don't know if I failed to write him down or he has none on the season, but either could be possible.
First pitch to Ingram's outside for a ball.
I have been known to get a little bit hurry, and I did my homework last night around midnight.
Well, something to point out, too, the catcher, Waylon Sorensen, he pitched last night's game, so he threw a full game. Obviously, his arm's in shape, but that's tough, too. We saw that earlier with Justice Bross from ALA having to move from third base to first base. But first pitch was a ball, so 1-0 count to Gus Ingram. Coleman comes set. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt, gets away from Sorensen's going to go to the dugout of South Sevier, and they're going to say dead ball. They're going to give him only second, I guess. They're sending him back.
So the wild pitch is the second freebie. Giving up, allowing the runner to advance to second base. Yeah, I haven't seen. I don't know if we got a replay on that to see if that ball
must have rolled in the entryway right there.
Unless it hit somebody out of the dugout.
Yeah. So Houston Blake moves up to second base. There's the replay, but yeah, it cuts off right there. So 2-0 count to Gus Ingram. Here's the pitch. In there for strike one. Two-one count. Ingram, good hitter for the South Sevier team. In the 3 spot, looking to get a base hit and an RBI here and give South Sevier the early lead.
Curveball.
Yep, Coleman delivers a dandy there, makes it 2-2.
Pulled the string on that bender there. Well, we got a little bit of a breeze, just enough if we got any skeeters out, although I think it's been too dry to have any mosquitoes here in Utah.
Yeah, we've had a few little
small
flies maybe buzzing around in here, but other than that, here's the pitch. Going to be swung on, lifted towards center field. Braxton Pickett coming in. No, it's not going to get there. It drops in the hole. Houston Blake's going to come around to score. Ingram going to be into second with the stand-up double.
Yeah, Braxton Pickett had shaded way over to left field. That ball went to the hole. So, no chance of a no-hitter there for Porter Coleman. First hit. Plates the first run.
And trades him places. So Trell Parsons now coming to the plate. The 4-hitter in this lineup has a chance to get his first hit and an RBI.
Trell came into the tournament at .329 average, 20 runs driven in. Gus Ingram, 8 stolen bases out there at second base.
First pitch is down for a ball. And you see Pickett now, like you talked about it, he was shading left center. He's straight away in center. And he's shallow. Bear Bartholomew in right field playing deeper. And then Edwards in left field a little deeper than what Pickett is in center as well. Curveball in there for strike one.
Porter Coleman kind of pretty much either down over the top or 3/4. He's got, pretty effective velocity. It's going to move in on the right-handers. And we saw the bender. He's got a good bender.
Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Trell Parsons.
Well, right out there where Waylon Sorensen had the target.
Two-one count, 1 out. Runner on second base, 1 run in for South Seviers. They lead here in the top of the first inning. Ball's going to be hit high towards left field. Edwards couldn't find it. Now he recovers and gets it, makes a nice catch as Ingram has to retreat back to second, went halfway.
Well, he made that one interesting. And there aren't a lot of clouds in the sky. It's pretty much a high ceiling here. Landry Edwards, Pickett's over there checking on him, make sure that he's okay after. This turf's kind of hard. If you fall like he did there, especially if you wrapped your noggin on that thing, he could ring your bell a little bit.
Yeah, good recovery out there in left field from Edwards to get that out. Makes it 2 outs now. Ingram at second base and Grady Heaps, the left fielder, coming to the plate for the Rams.
328 hitter, 18 runs driven in for Coach Eric Baker. Start the tournament. Been coming on lately.
Pitch stays inside for ball 1.
Coach Baker talked about that yesterday in Robert's interview.
Yeah. Yep. Coach Baker coaching third base.
Robert and Corey over there doing 3A today. We're going to have to get on and get some scores here after a bit.
Pitch is in there, called strike 1. evens the count now to 1-1 to Grady Heaps. Grady Mitchell stands on deck. Coleman comes set, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit foul to the backstop.
Well, let's see some scores. Canyon View leading Richfield 7-1. They could close out that series. Delta down 1-0 to Logan. Manti down 4-3 to Ogden. Juab up 5-0 on Providence Hall. And Grantsville 13-0 Ben Lomond.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Stays down for ball 2. Evens the count now to 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at second base. Grady Heaps at the plate for the Rams.
That's all the 3 aces. No, got Carbon over Morgan 8-2. I think Morgan won that first game of that one.
Here's the pitch. Going to be swung on line drive into center field. Coach Baker's going to hold up the runner there as Braxton Pickett with the strong arm comes in and fields that one. So South Sevier with runners now at first and third. Grady Mitchell coming to bat.
Yep, Grady Mitchell, a 367 hitter. Didn't want to test the arm of Braxton Pickett. Hey, no need to get greedy early in the ball game like this.
No, but one of those things, too, that now you're at the first and third, and I think maybe one of the reasons Baker holds him is, you don't want to test the arm, get thrown out at home, take yourself out of what could be a big inning even with 2 outs, but now you face a first-third situation offensively and defensively for Gunnison. See what they do. You might be able to put a runner in motion and then score that way, or now you get a runner in scoring position. Scores 2. First pitch to Mitchell in there for a strike.
Grady, a 367 hitter coming in. North San Pete and Emory tied at 3-3 after North San Pete won that first game yesterday. Like you said, a Hudson Smith home run.
Yeah, 3-1 on a Hudson Smith 3-run homer.
Hudson Smith, dangerous hitter for the North San Pete Hawks.
Coleman checking his wristband card in his back pocket for the first-third defense. Standing at third is Gus Ingram. Standing at first is Grady Heaps.
2 outs.
Here's the pitch from Coleman. Swung on and lifted foul off the backstop here towards the right side. So quickly down in the count is Grady Mitchell, 0-2. First third. Here's the pitch from Coleman. Curveball swung on, hit right up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. And Grady Mitchell now stands at first base. So the third hit in the inning and the second run. And Coach Baker holding the runner there pays off as he able to come in on that single and an RBI from Grady Mitchell.
Station to station. Got Aiden Mitchell, 270, 14 runs driven in. Steps to the plate.
We saw Aiden Nelson yesterday at first base. Now he's the DH in this one. And he's got a chance to get a base hit and an RBI. Here's the pitch from Coleman. Swung on. It's going to be lifted to the right side. Dylan Dyring going back. He's battling it. Misses it. It's going to drop fair. 1 run will come in. And Aiden Nelson will stand at second base. And that's going to move everybody up as Aiden Nelson to second base and Grady Mitchell to third as Grady Heaps comes in and scores. And that one's a base hit as well. So the 4th hit in the inning and the 3rd run in the inning. And it's inning's not over as Jax Christiansen, the left-handed hitter, stands in with runners at second and third.
I think the second baseman, Jason Brackett, might have had a better shot at that ball. He kind of stayed away. He was behind him up the line a little farther.
First pitch to Christiansen's fouled straight back.
Jack's a 234 hitter coming in.
Coleman throwing strikes. Gets ahead in the count here to Christiansen, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball outside for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1.
That Manti game's in the bottom of the 4th. with Ogden batting, nobody on and 2 outs.
Here's a pitch at Christiansen. Swung on a miss, strike 2.
Good pitch there from Coleman. Up out where Jacks couldn't get his bat on the baseball. Canyon View Richfield, 8-1 in the top of the 5th. With Canyon View.
Pitch is down. Makes it count even. 2-2, 2 outs. Grady Mitchell at third, Aiden Nilsson at second base, and Drax Christiansen facing Porter Coleman. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Going to be low, ball 3.
Full count, 2 outs.
Coleman comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit high to right field. Bear Bartholomew's there, and he makes the catch, and that'll end the top of the first inning. But Sevier gets 3 runs. They do it on 4 hits. There was 1 error, and they leave 2 runners left on base. It will be Gunnison coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
Hi, this is Jason Morrell, manager at Cache Valley Bank in Nephi, Utah. Now is a great time to think about your financial goals, and Cache Valley Bank can help. Maybe you need a loan to update your home, purchase a vehicle, or expand your business or farm. Or maybe you just need a place to keep your funds safe and secure without all the fees. We've got you covered. We are located throughout Utah. Come by and let us help. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Head to the bottom of the first inning we go here. It will be Pickett to lead things off, followed by Axton Sorensen and then Daxon Knutson. The fourth batter, if we get that far, will be Waylon Sorensen.
Braxton 408 coming in, 2 home runs, 25 runs driven in, 27 stolen bases. He gets on.
Pitch is in there for strike 1 to Braxton Pickett.
Gus Ingram, 3.79 ERA, 44 in the third, 31 strikeouts, 12 base on balls.
Next pitch swung on and fouled off, back in towards home plate and to the backstop here. So 0-2 count as Ingram gets ahead in the count. That's a no pitch. So that pitch doesn't count as umpire called time stepped out, but Ingram wasn't looking and just threw it anyway. So 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. In there for a ball. South Sevier didn't like it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball hits him. So Braxton Pickett gets that first freebie on the hit by pitch, and he'll hustle down to first base. And that'll bring up the 2-hitter, Axton Sorensen. Axton Sorensen, the only hitter in the lineup for Gunnison yesterday to get a base hit against Knapp.
Yep. 5th hit by pitch on the season for Gus Ingram. Axton came in 322, 21 runs driven in. Been solid in the lineup for Coach Chad Avery. Pickett, 27 stolen bases out there. Hayden Edwards, the number 2 catcher when Gus isn't pitching. He's usually back there. There goes the runner. There's the throw, not in time, and it bounces off. Pickett's going to try it. Good speed.
Good speed. He gets into third easily right there. So stolen base, and then as the ball was thrown down, hit him, and it goes over to where the shortstop would be playing as both shortstop and second baseman are going to cover the bag. So Pickett moves up to third.
28 stolen bases on the season, and it was a strike at the plate.
Axton Sorensen's
Right
going to
back
drive
up
it
the
right
middle.
up the middle for a base hit. So Gunnison, who was held scoreless and only to one hit yesterday, gets their first hit and first run of this game.
Axton gets his 22nd RBI of the season. Like
3-1's your score.
I did these statistics late last night, and most of the scores weren't in yet, so. But they're pretty close.
First pitch to Daxton Knutsen's up for ball one.
Daxton, a .329 hitter to start the tournament. 4 home runs, 33 runs driven in. Axton just 3 stolen bases over there. Something was to get away, get past Hayden Edwards there. He would probably go.
The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Good-looking curveball from Ingram. Evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, big swing there from Dax.
One pitch.
Saw a lot of big swings yesterday.
Swung on and hit to third.
That's it right past the third baseman.
Yeah, past Trell Parsons for a base hit.
That was smoked. Second hit in the ball game.
Back-to-back hits as Knutsen finds himself at first base on the single. Axton Sorensen moves up to second base, and the catcher, Waylon Sorensen, coming to the plate.
You have 9-0 over Providence Hall as they start the 5th inning there. Grantsville 16-0 over Ben Lowman. Next, first pitch.
That curveball stays up to Waylon Sorensen.
Waylon, .392 hitter. 5 home runs, 26 runs driven in.
3-1's your score. South Sevier with the lead. Waylon Sorensen at the plate with runners at first and second. Swing and a miss for strike one.
I think Waylon might have been looking for the cricket number on that one.
1-1 count.
347 feet down that left field line, if that's what you're thinking, Mr. Sorensen. 380 to left center, 402 to center, 388 to right center, and 343 down the right field line.
And Ingram stepped off and checked the runner at second base. Checks him again. Here's the pitch. Swung on, it's going to be hit
That's
in the
going
left
to get
center
all
field.
the way to the fence. That'll score at least 2.
Yep. First run's in, second run's coming around third base and coming in as Waylon Sorensen's going to get a 2 RBI double and tie this game up.
So Waylon comes up with 27 and 28. On a good piece of hit, and there was no doubt that one was a rope.
So 3 hits in a row for the Bulldogs, and they get the first 3 runners in, and Waylon Sorensen, the 4-hitter, stands at second base, still nobody out.
Dylan Dowering, 259 coming in, 13 runs driven in.
Ball is swung on and hit a slow chopper foul towards first base.
Well, when I mentioned the roll of the dice there for Chad Avery, he's going to count on his bats, and so far this first inning, they've come alive.
Yeah, they give up 3 to South Sevier, but they come right back and get 3 of their own to tie this game up, and still nobody out with Waylon Sorensen standing there at second base.
North San Pete and Emory tied up at 4 apiece. Carbon leads Morgan 8-2. Delta down 3-0 to Logan.
Dylan Dyring, 0-1 count. Swung on and hit foul over towards the third base dugout.
But that was a good-looking swing. He wasn't trying to do too much. It looked like he might have just been taking that ball where it was pitched and trying to go to left side.
Dylan, left-handed hitter. Like you said, outside pitch, just take it that direction. Sorensen gets an extra step out there at second base.
He's got
Ingram
good speed.
checks him.
He's got 15 stolen bases on the season.
Curveball is going to stay outside for ball one. It's going to bring up a 1-2 count.
Hard to say if the oohs were louder or the yas on that one.
Here's a pitch from Ingram. Swung on. It's going to
There
be
it
hit in the
is.
5-6 hole. Coach Avery's waving Waylon Sorensen in. Wisely, South Sevier just throws it to second base to keep the runner at first. And Waylon Sorensen comes in and scores easily. And so far, Gunnison's winning the inning 4-3.
4 hits, 4 runs. Another RBI for Dylan Dyring. That's 14 for him.
Well, you mentioned it on his foul ball swing. Does a nice job just staying back, hitting the ball the other way.
Landry Edwards, he steps up, 289, 2 home runs, 13 runs driven in. Dylan Dyring, 10 stolen bases, good speed out there at first, nobody out. Hayden Edwards behind the plate for Coach Eric Baker. That ball's ripped.
Yeah, Edwards hits a shot to center field, but on a line to Barney, he makes the catch and throws it in. That'll be the first out of the inning.
On the L8.
L8.
Every position on the field's got a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2. Infield, 1st to 3rd is 3, 4, 5. Your shortstop, where's that 6? Your outfield left to right, 7, 8, 9. That L8 is the line drive. That was a heater out there to Cannon Barney. Cannon Barney covers a lot of ground out there.
Kason Brackett steps in.
286 hitter to start the tournament. 5 home run or 5 RBIs. Still got Dylan Dyring there at first. 10 stolen bases. Gus gives him a good look. Square in there at the plate. Pulls it back. There goes the runner.
And not in time. So safely Dyring in at second base with a stolen base, and Coach Avery shown his aggressive base running on the bases, giving the guys the go ahead. And so far they've got 2 of them.
I think that was a strike at the plate. But a good throw by Edwards, just a great break. Good speed there by Dyring.
So Dyring stands at second base with 1 out. Kason Brackett looking to get an RBI and score him. Dyring with a good lead. Ball's going to be hit foul down the right field side, out of play. So 0-2 count now to Kason Brackett. Brackett normally playing third base, but with Coleman pitching, he's been playing second in this one. Here's a pitch from Ingram. It's going to be swung on and hit foul down the first base dugout. So Kason Brackett battling at the plate. He'll see another 0-2 count. Batter calls time, umpire awards it, and Ingram will step off.
Coach Chad Avery yelling instructions out there to Dylan Dyring.
South Sevier playing straight up all the way across the infield and outfield. Here's a pitch from Ingram. Swung on and missed. Says it was a foul tip into the catcher's glove for the strikeout, and out number 2.
First strikeout on the day for Gus. 32 on the season now.
Gunnison leading here in the bottom of the first inning, 4-3 over South Sevier.
Briggs Hendrickson from the left-hand side, 286, 10 runs driven in. Got number 11 standing out there if he can find a hole somewhere.
He's going to step off, get the runner going, and Dyring's going to be out on the caught stealing right there, so that will end the inning. And it's a 1-5 put out there for the out number 3, and that'll bring up Briggs Hendrickson when we come back to inning the bottom of the second for Gunnison as he was at the plate. So Gunnison gets 4 runs. They do it on 4 hits. There were no errors and no runners left on base. So after 1 complete, it's Gunnison 4, South Sevier 3, and South Sevier coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
Centricom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the second inning for South Sevier. They will be leading off their 9-hitter, Hayden Edwards, and then right back to the top of the lineup with Cannon Barney and Houston Blake.
Yeah, number 9-hitter, Hayden Edwards, 191 coming in.
And first pitch in there, first strike.
Porter Coleman gave up 3 runs and 4 hits in his first inning of work.
Ground ball to Knutson at first or shortstop. And Dyring goes up to get it, but does come down on the bag before Hayden Edwards. So they get the 6-3 ground out for out number 1.
Yep, good strong throw there from Dax Knutson, almost too strong. Now getting back to the top of the order, Cannon Barney. He hit the slow roller to the pitcher his first time up for out number 1.
Yep, Cannon steps in on the right-hand side.
325 coming in.
Going to be hit to Knutson up the middle. He bobbles it, can't come up with it. Then he does, and not in time as he throws it away. And Barney shouldn't have gone, but he did, and they dropped the ball at second base on the tag. So Barney safely into second.
Well, an error to get him there.
And probably another error to drop the ball, right?
And another error on the drop throw. E6 and E4. 2 errors. That's 3 in the game for Gunnison. And 4 freebies handed out already.
Yeah, Cannon Barney, I think he thought that one got further away than it did, but Dyring already on the move. Got it, made a nice throw, but they dropped the ball before the tag was applied.
Houston Blake.
Curveball inside for ball 1.
He got on courtesy of an error in the first inning and scored the first run.
And already for Gunnison, 3 errors in the game. Had 1 in the first and 2 here in the second. Next pitch is outside for ball 2. And a 2-0 hitters count coming for Houston Blake.
3 errors and a wild pitch for 4 freebies thus far for Gunnison. Just 1 freebie in South Sevier right now. Ooh, pulled the string, did Porter Coleman.
Curveball there as Houston Blake way out in front, swings and misses.
I'm trying to figure out which one of them billboards on the fence out there he was paying attention to.
Well, I don't think he thought he was going to see a 2-0 curveball, but that's one thing with Coleman. He can throw a curveball in any count. This one's going to be lifted to Edwards in left field. He's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch and throw that one in. So the F7 and out number 2, Gus Ingram coming to the plate. Ingram reached on an error and scored back in the first. So Porter Coleman back on the mound. And Gus Ingram trying to get a base hit and tie this game up. He hits that one foul down the right field side, out of play.
It's the second time he's gone to the right side with something, but then ended up flying out to left field. Or no, he had that double to right center.
And the pitch to Ingram is ball one. So 1-1 count. Yeah, Ingram hit the double and the RBI and run scored. It was Houston Blake that reached on the air and scored ahead of him on his hit. Ingram swings and misses, fouls that one off for strike two. So 1-2 count here coming to Gus Ingram. Cannon Barney with good will standing at second base as both Knudsen and Brackett try to hold him on. Going to be hit down the right field line and foul. So it gets into the bleachers. So 1-2 count. Ingram battling Coleman. Coleman at 45 pitches so far in this one. Here's a pitch from Coleman. It's going to get Ingram. And the hit by pitch, he'll find himself at first base. And Terrell Parsons, who flew out to left field, comes to the bat.
Second hit by pitch on the season for Porter Coleman. And the fifth freebie already given up by Gunnison Valley as they cling to a one-run lead here in the top of the second inning. Terrell Parsons flew out to left. 3:29 coming in.
Looks at ball one. Waylon Sorensen, the catcher, turns around, asks him where that one was at. Runners at first and second, 2 outs here. Gunnison with the 4-3 lead. And here's the pitch. Going to be in there for strike one. 1-1 count for Terrell Parsons. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike two. So 1-2 count.
2 down here as Gunnison clings to that one-run lead with the tying run out there at second base. That's Cannon Barney. He got to second base virtue of 2 errors. An E6 and an E4.
Good wheels on the bases, and Ingram at first, Barney at second. Ball's going to be hit right at Knudsen on a line drive at the shortstop for the L6. And out number 3. So there was no runs, no hits. There were the 2 errors and 2 runners left on base. It'll be Gunnison coming to bat when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field here on the campus of Brigham Young University. We're in the one-loss bracket. It is game number 27 on the bracket. It's the Gunnison Bulldogs leading the South Sevier Rams 4-3. And the first pitch to Briggs Hendrickson, who was up when they picked off Dyring, is back to the bat, and he looks at ball one.
Briggs came in hitting 286 from the 8th slot. Takes ball two.
Yeah, looks at ball two. So 2-0 count. Ingram still on the mound for South Sevier. Pitch is going to be outside for ball three. So a 3-0 count here. Gus Ingram, 23 pitches so far. I'm sure Coach Avery giving Briggs the take sign with 3-0. He's checking his wristband, and he does. He just kind of looks at that one for a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Outside for ball four. And Briggs Hendrickson draws the walk.
So the third freebie given up by South Sevier. No, second freebie. A hit batsman and a base on balls. Porter Coleman with a chance to help himself out. 3-10 coming in. 11 runs driven in. Hendrickson just 2 stolen bases on the season. Doesn't have a big lead.
Ingram checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Curveball stays up. Right now, just not able to get that curveball in there like he would like.
Well,
and so these Gunnison hitters are just sitting fastball.
And that one, he kind of shortened the stride up and stuff like that and just didn't get out on top of the baseball on that curveball. It stayed up on him.
Here's the pitch. In there for strike one.
Coleman had squared around. See if maybe get some things moving. A lot of times.
Not a bad idea.
Catcher, take his eye off the baseball. Might get by him. Give the base runner a chance to get down there.
Coleman, the 9-hitter, if you can get Briggs Hendrickson in scoring position with the top of the lineup coming up. Here's the pitch. Going to stay up for ball two. So a 2-1 count to Porter Coleman. Briggs Hendrickson, who drew the walk, stands at first base. Here's the pitch, up in the zone for ball three. And a 3-1 count now to Porter Coleman. Three one's the count. Ingram facing Coleman. Here's the pitch. Ball four. So back-to-back walks for the 8-9 batters. And you turn the lineup over to the top here with Braxton Pickett coming to the plate.
And the third freebie.
Yeah, Houston Blake like this, a little senior leadership coming over the mound, giving him knuckles, saying, hey, you got this. But right now the sophomore Gus Ingram needs to take a deep breath and throw strikes, but it doesn't get any easier as you see the top of the lineup.
Braxton Pickett, 408, 2 home runs, 25 runs driven in.
Here's the pitch. Going to bean Pickett to load him up.
That's the second time he beaned Pickett.
Pickett gets hit a lot. He's not afraid to just stand in there and take him. As everybody moves up, Hendrickson goes to third, Coleman to second, and Braxton Pickett at first base. And that's going to bring out Coach Talley, the pitching coach, to have a little mound visit.
Yeah, 6 hit by pitch on the season for Gus Ingram, the sophomore. He hadn't taken the ball away from him.
No, Ingram at 31 pitches. This is an important inning for both these two teams. If Gunnison can go put up another 3 or 4 runs, really extend the distance, that gives them a lot of confidence moving forward with Coleman. Saves another pitcher, another arm for South Sevier. They want to get out of this jam and try to keep this thing close.
Axton Sorensen. He had a single his first time up and scored. 322 hitter coming in.
First pitch in there for strike one. And right now, Ingram throwing out of the windup. Looks a lot more comfortable in the windup versus the stretch.
Well, Axton hit a 0-1 pitch for that single his first time up.
Curveball in there for strike two. So back-to-back strikes after the mound visit for Gus Ingram.
Yeah, froze Axton right there, and he kind of flinched but couldn't pull the trigger.
We'll see what he chooses to throw. Axton here on 0-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball, he reaches for it, and Blake's going to get it, and they do get the double play at second. It's a humpback line drive behind second base, and he flips it over to second, and yeah, ball beat him there. So the double play, that's a huge double play for South Sevier. You know, you're taught on a line drive to freeze work back to the bag, but that one got behind the runner, and just the flip is what did the...
Yep, got to be a mental mistake there for the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs, freebie number 6. Coach Chad Avery's out there. He's gonna make sure that they saw what they think they saw.
Gunnison will have first and third, and the speedy Pickett at first base, who's already stolen a base. So the L6 for out number one, and then Coleman doubled up off of second base on the flip from the shortstop to the second baseman.
28 on the season.
There goes Pickett. No throw.
Gets the stolen base on the defensive indifference. Well, I don't get the stolen base. It just gets down there on defensive indifference.
So runners now at second, third. Daxon Knutson.
But 2 outs after that double up.
Good stop there from Hayden Edwards, keeping the ball in front. Daxon Knutson, he had a single and an RBI with a run scored in the first. Pitch is a ball. This time Edwards is checking to see where that one missed. So a 3-0 count here for Daxon Knutson. Going to be ball 4. So Knutson draws the walk, and that'll load the bases back up. And Waylon Sorensen coming to the plate, who had a double and 2 RBIs and a run scored in the first.
5 freebies given up now. Actually 6 freebies given up by South Sevier. Gus from the full windup.
Ball hit to left field. Left fielder coming in, and he will make the catch. That's Grady Heaps with a nice defensive play out in left field. So the F7 and the third out of the inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. So after 2 complete, it's Gunnison 4, South Sevier 3. South Sevier coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com. Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field here on the campus of Brigham Young University. To the top of the third inning we go. It'll be Grady Heaps to lead things off for the Rams, followed by Grady Mitchell and then Aiden Nilsson. The fourth batter in this inning would be Jax Christiansen. South Sevier got 3 runs on 4 hits back in the first, and then were held scoreless in the second.
Grady 328 coming in.
Porter Coleman still on the mound for the Bulldogs. He's thrown 51 pitches so far as he throws ball 1 right there. Grady Heaps, we saw him single and score a run back in that first inning.
North St. Pete leads Emory 5-4 in the top of the 7th.
Hits that one to Brackett at second base. He fields it, flips it over to Dyring at first for the out on the 4-3 ground out.
And North St. Pete, Hudson Smith at the plate with 2 strikes and nobody out.
Grady Mitchell with the single and RBI back in the first will stand in.
Stranded at third. 367 coming in for Grady. Grady number 2.
That's right, back to back. Here's the pitch from Coleman. Going to be outside for ball 1 to Grady Mitchell. Coleman choosing to throw out of the stretch. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 1. That'll even the count now 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit foul. Back to the backstop. 1-2 count now for Mitchell. So the 1-2 pitch coming here from Porter Coleman. Gunnison leads this one 4-3. Dyring right even with the bag at first base. Everyone else straight up. Ball's going to be lifted into right center field. That's going to get to the wall as that ball's past everybody. It's going to be Braxton Pickett that fields it on the warning track. He'll throw it in, but it's going to be a triple for Grady Mitchell.
Stand-up triple for Grady Mitchell. 5th hit in the ball game for South Sevier. Puts the tying run 90 feet away with 1 out.
Yeah, Mitchell just took that pitch out over the outside part of the plate, drove it into right center field, and he stands now at third base with Aiden Nilsson, who got a single and an RBI.
270 hitter coming in from the right-hand side.
Aiden Nilsson's going to hit that one up the middle. He's going home. Here's the play, and they get him. Daxon Knutson with the nice fielding it up on the grass and throwing it home to Waylon Sorensen with a nice tag. And
yeah, it was a strike. Anything other than that, he'd probably got in there.
Well, and that's why you bring the infield in, right?
Yep.
Had he not been in on the grass and then if he would have not charged it like he did, I mean, it's a bang-bang play at home as it was, but a really nice job from Knutson to Waylon Sorensen to get that out. And Aiden Nilsson on the fielder's choice will stand at first base.
Jax Christiansen, 234 hitter coming in. I think that was the ball, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell, honestly. I didn't see him.
Look down to me. I just don't see anything on the. I can't read the scoreboard now. Them lights ain't bright enough.
That one's down. So
yeah,
for sure we got 1 ball. 2 balls now. So 2-0 count.
Aiden Nielsen just 2 stolen bases on the season.
That's going to be ball 3 to Jax Christiansen, who bats from the left-hand side.
Yeah, Porter having a little trouble with the left-hand side. He went full on him the first time before he flew out to right field.
Going to miss outside for ball 4. Christiansen wasn't quite sure. He kind of hesitated.
So the 4-pitch walk. First walk given up by Porter, but the 6th freebie in the ball game.
Yeah, and that's a pitch number 60. So Hayden Edwards, the 9-batter, coming up. Coach Baker talking to him, giving him some words of encouragement. Umpire goes out there. Sorensen going out to the mound and brings him back, says let's go. So South Sevier with runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. It's Hayden Edwards, the number 9 batter, coming to the plate. Coleman comes set.
191 hitter.
Steps off.
Grounded out to shortstop his first time up.
Hayden Edwards. Here's a pitch from Coleman. Going to be outside, ball 1. Does a nice job of laying off as he wanted to pull the trigger on that one.
5 straight balls now for Porter Coleman.
And standing on deck is the top of the lineup, the leadoff hitter, Canna Barney.
You want to end it right here if you're Porter Coleman.
Yep, 2-0. And right now, if you're Coach Baker and Hayden Edwards, you're waiting until you get a strike. You want to see 2 runners in scoring position when Canna Barney comes up.
Yeah, you got a 191 hitter in the batter's box there, you definitely. I agree with that. There got to be a strike before you turn him loose.
So 2-0 count, 2 out, runners at first and second. Hayden Edwards was swinging and swings right through that pitch for strike 1.
Well, I've been wrong before, Coach. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Well, he had a good swing at it, just missed.
Hope my wife ain't listening.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed again for strike 2.
Well, he came back and threw 2 right in the heart of the strike zone.
So 2-2 count. 2 outs. It's Aiden Nilsson at second base and Jax Christiansen at first. Porter Coleman facing Hayden Edwards. Going to miss for ball 3, so now the runners will be moving on the next pitch. As Hayden Edwards faces a full count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runners go. Swung on and lifted towards center field. Knutson going out. Pickett coming in. Pickett calls it, and he will make the catch in center field on the F8 and out number 3. So there were 2 hits in the inning, no runs, and no errors, and 2 runners left on base. It will be Gunnison coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Attention all tech lovers. Tired of slow internet speed and constant buffering? Light Burst Broadband provides lightning-fast internet that will change the way you browse and stream online. With unlimited data and local same-day support, you'll never have to worry about buffering or slow connections again. Upgrade your internet today and enjoy seamless browsing and streaming like never before with Light Burst Broadband by G-Telco, 29 South Main in Gunnison. Visit their website or call 528-7236. 528-7236.
Kim, let's talk about auto parts at GIC.
Yeah, we're a CarQuest dealer here, and we've got in inventory probably close to $400,000 worth of parts in stock. And so if you need something you're trying to fix, come on in, and our guys back there are great at what they're doing, and they'll help you out and get that job done.
And if you don't happen to have the part they need, you can get it quickly, right?
Yeah, normally the next day.
Great. GIC and CarQuest in Gunnison.
To CarQuest and roll on. Live high school
For a
sports
wonderful
action on
shopping
Centricom
experience
Team
with quality
Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
That is.
And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the third inning. It will be Dylan Dyring to lead things off for the Bulldogs, followed by Landry Edwards and then Kaysen Brackett.
Yeah, Dylan singled, stole a base, and then was out at third.
Ingram on the mound for the Rams. You know, had a rough first inning, gives up the 4 hits and the 4 runs, but then battled out of a jam in the second. Here's the pitch to Dyring. It's going to be swung on and missed for strike 1, so that should even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, that still shows 3-1 or
4 and 3.
4 and 3. I thought maybe my eyes are going goofy on me. It's hard to read.
Next pitch is up for ball 2, so a 2-1 count here to Dyring.
Them guys are playing with us. I give them a hard time when I was over there earlier, so they're going to get back at me. It's tough to read with the sun shining on that scoreboard.
Swung on and hit to the second baseman. Mitchell fields it over to first to Christiansen for the out on the 4-3.
On the 4-3 put out, you got it.
Yep. Got to bring up Landry Edwards, who lined out to center field his first time up.
Bottom of the 7th, Emory down by 1 to North St. Pete as they bat in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out.
Well, and we've got a new batter here for Landry Edwards. It's Crew Hansen. Got a report that Edwards hurt his wrist on that one. And he lifts that one into center field for the out. And got a score update to pass along. In the 7th, it's Ogden leading Manti 10-3.
Ooh. Well, Manti won the first one, so there looks like there's going to be a game 3 in that set there.
So Crew Hansen flies out to center field. That'll bring up Kaysen Brackett.
Kaysen, a 286 hitter coming in. He struck out on 4 straight pitches.
Yeah, looks at strike 1. Next pitch is swung on, hit down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. Right fielder for South Sevier over there and fields it. Crew Winkle gets it in and holds Brackett to a single.
5th hit in the ball game for Gunnison.
And that's going to bring up the DH, Briggs Hendrickson.
Briggs struck out his first time up, came into the ball game 286, 5 runs driven in.
Ingram comes set. Here's the pitch to Hendrickson. Going to be up for ball 1.
I got a little kid standing right in front of me here.
He's testing you, huh?
Yeah, we'll stand up till he gets done with his ice cream there. Maybe he'll sit down then.
The 1-0 pitch. Throw over to first base, not in time.
Well, North St. Pete. Stilson at second base for Emory with nobody out. Jensen at the plate. In the bottom of the 7th there. Got the tying run on.
1-0 pitch here to Hendrickson. He calls time and steps out.
Got Robinson pitching for North St. Pete. He seems to be their late inning guy.
Coach Avery calling out the numbers.
Got 2 outs. He's holding up the signal for get a base hit there, I think. One, 3, 4, he calls out. Kaysen Brackett at first. Brig Hendrickson, the DH, stands in.
1-0 count. Thrower to first, not in time. Kind of buckled him, though, a little bit. Makes you wonder if he wasn't thinking about going or the sign to go was on.
Kaysen Brackett, 9 stolen bases on the season. He's out there again. He's on Gus Ingram's mind. Not going.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1 out. Runner still at second base at North St. Pete and Emory. North St. Pete could close out that series and move on.
Ingram checking the runner. Here's the pitch. Going to be just up. So 2 balls, 1 strike. It looked to me like 2 Willie. We'll see what Gunnison chooses to do, but it looked like maybe they had Daxon Knutson down there warming up in the bullpen. Just walked into the dugout. So the 2-1 pitch to Briggs Hendrickson. Swung on and hit foul. Dead ball off his foot. Rolls down there between Coach Avery at third base and Trell Parsons, and Coach Avery will field it, throw it back into his dugout.
Dax has not pitched here yet at BYU. 2.83 ERA, 2.83, 46 to 25 based on balls to strikeouts, 24 and 2/3 innings. If he comes in. Good lead there by Case and Brackett.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
There he
Here's
goes.
A pitch.
Didn't get much of a
Throw
jump.
down to second is not. It was in time. Oh, wait a minute. That's weird.
What they're doing here. He kicked the ball out.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, because they tagged him out. He called him out, but then it looked like the ball squirted out. But you saw Houston Blake just come running in. So they throw him out there at second base to end the inning. So that'll be the 3rd out. So no runs. There was the 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base.
It was a strikeout at the plate.
There you go. That makes sense.
There you go.
I was trying to figure out what happened there at second base.
He definitely did.
Called strike 3, yeah. So it will be Porter Coleman coming back to the plate for them when they come up next. But it will be South Sevier coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
For a wonderful shopping experience with quality and customer service that's second to none, visit Gunnison Market. The meat department carries the highest quality of meat in the United States, certified Angus beef, while the deli offers delicious made-from-scratch crab salad, coleslaw, and high-quality Columbus meats with no preservatives. The bakery features custom cakes for any occasion, cookies, rolls, and tasty donuts made fresh daily. For good old-fashioned friendly service, come see the difference at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field. It's Gunnison leading South Sevier 4-3. And it looks like it is still Coleman on the mound. It was Knutson down warming up, so maybe they have him ready if need be here in this one, as Coleman's thrown 67 pitches. It will be the top of the lineup as Canabarney looks at strike 1.
He had squared around and then pulled the bat back. Well, Emery just walked it off, it looks like. 6-5.
The 0-1 pitch to Barney. Curveball in there for strike 1. Or excuse me, for another strike. So an 0-2 count here for Canabarney.
Cannon steps out and talking to his bat. He does that a lot. I'm going to worry if that bat talks back to him.
So 0-2. Sorensen setting up way outside. Curveball comes in and hits him. So the hit by pitch, and Canabarney, he's the tying run in this one.
7th freebie given up. Actually, the 8th freebie given up by Gunnison Valley.
So 4-3, Gunnison leads South Sevier. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit over the shortstop's going to drop in center field for a base hit. And Houston Blake will be standing at first.
7th hit in the ball game for South Sevier. Chad Avery out to talk to Porter Coleman.
And I believe this will be it as they throw the ball to Knutson. So we'll take a break and be back with the changes when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Yeah, Coleman went to...
Yep, the changes for Gunnison. Knutson comes from shortstop into pitch, and Coleman will go from pitcher to shortstop. So just a straight change there, position-wise.
Yep, Dax Knutson comes into the tournament with a 2.83 ERA, 29 and 2/3 innings, 46 strikeouts, 25 base on balls.
So Knutson will come on. Those runners, he inherits 2 runners here that are Porter Coleman's. Cannon Barney at second, Houston Blake at first. And first pitch to Ingram, swung on and missed for strike 1.
Nobody out.
Got another update. Ogden 10, Manti 4.
Yep.
So, that's final. So that's
yep.
the final there.
Grantsville 18-0 over Ben Lomond. Canyon View 11-1 over Richfield, so they close out that series.
Pitch is up for a ball.
And Emery comes back and walks off North San Pete to even up that series. 5-4 was the final score there.
So 1-1 count here from Knutson to Ingram. Curveball left up in the zone for ball 2, so a 2-1 count.
Carbon beats Morgan 9-2. And Logan beats Delta 3-0. Tie that series up.
Here's the 2-1 pitch from Knutson. It's going to stay up as well for a 3-1 count. And a 3-1 hitter's count. So Coach Baker's telling him, make sure it's your pitch. Trell Parsons, the cleanup hitter, on deck.
No place to put him.
Outfield shading a little bit towards right field. Left fielder pretty much playing towards center of left a little bit. And then I would say Pickett's just on the shortstop side of second base by 1 step as he moves kind of back towards center and then comes back over towards left a little bit. Here's the pitch. Going to stay up for ball 4. So Knutson comes in and walks the first batter he faces in Gus Ingram, and that'll load the bases.
It's the 9th freebie given up by Gunnison Valley. Actually, that's the 10th freebie. 2 hit batsmen, 3 base on balls, 3 errors, and a wild pitch.
Yep, and there's been a hit by pitch, a single, and a base on balls to load the bases here in the top of the 4th inning. And the first pitch to Parsons is up in the zone for a ball.
Trail came into the day, 329, 20 runs driven in. Got a chance to pick up 1 or 2 if he can find a hole somewhere.
1 ball, no strikes, no outs here. Loaded bases, top of the 4th inning. Pitch is up for ball 2.
Well, kind of a nervous groan from the Gunnison Valley faithful.
Yep, they lead South Sevier here 4-3. Top of the 4th inning, loaded bases and a 2-0 count with no outs to Trell Parsons. Knutson comes set. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there, strike 1. So a 2-1 count now for Trell Parsons.
I thought Carbon and Morgan were tied up, but Carbon closes that out. Wins 2 straight.
And Knutson gets Trell to chase a pitch that was down and out of the strike zone as he waves it. What would have been ball 3, instead it's strike 2, so 2-2 count now for Trell Parsons.
Yeah, I don't think he expected that second curveball. Where that ball started looked like in the middle half, broke down and out. Got time at the plate.
Yeah, Parsons calls time, steps out, takes a deep breath, regroups. Knutson on the mound, throwing out of the stretch. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Going to be a ball and a really nice snag there from Waylon Sorensen. That could have got to the backstop. So makes it full count now with no outs.
Base is full of Rams.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
That's going to clear the bases because that'll get all the way to the, well, not quite to the fence, but still going to get 3 of them. They're going to send trail. Well, the relay is a little short.
That's going to be a triple and 3 RBIs. And good piece of hitting from Trell Parsons right there.
Didn't try to do too much after looking kind of silly on that curveball earlier. Took that curveball there and just went with it.
I believe that's Axton Sorensen in right field. That he come up kind of gingerly. I don't know if he rolled an ankle as he planted and tried to throw that or what, but trying to walk it off in right field. But triple and 3 RBIs, and South Sevier back in front now, 6-4.
8th hit in the ball game. 3 RBIs for Mr. Parsons.
Yeah, they call it the cleanup hitter for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And Coach Avery's going to come out and talk to the base ump. Or no, he's going to talk to right fielder, make sure that he's saying, I'm good. But he wants to make sure he's good because...
Yeah, he's walking pretty gingerly. He's favoring that left ankle. He does not want to come out.
No, he doesn't. And Coach Avery all the way out, making him walk towards him there as Coach Avery's out behind second base and Axon's walking in to meet with him. You see him nodding his head right there, telling him, hey, I'm okay. But he come up pretty ginger there for a while. Maybe he spiked himself, maybe is what he's saying almost. Sometimes that happens. A cleat come up and then catches his leg on the inside part maybe. That's the way it looked to me as he was talking to Coach Avery anyways.
You see a lot of them, what they call the turf stumble. You know, and when you stumble, you got that chance that your cleats aren't going to end up where they're supposed to be.
And we talked about Crew Hansen coming in hitting for the injured Landry Edwards. Crew Hansen went to second base, and when they made the change, Coleman's at short and Brackett went to third base. Bear Bartholomew goes from right field to left field. And Axton Sorensen is in right. So infield comes in for Gunnison. We've seen this earlier where Knutson at shortstop made a play at home to get out Grady Mitchell. This one's going to be bunted down foul as they tried to push bunt one down first baseline, see if they couldn't squeeze a run in with Trell Parsons.
I'm still trying to get all my... Bartholomew, he can't fit that in just any space. Swing and a miss. And a good fastball up in the strike zone.
Yeah, that's an important strike right there, too, as there's no outs. And Trell Parsons at third base. So an 0-2 count here coming to Grady Heaps. Here's the pitch. Knutson's going to throw it to the backstop, and Trell Parsons wasn't ready. That's one that maybe Baker told him, too. With no outs, we're not going to risk it, but that's one that most people score on. So maybe we'll see how this plays out, Willie, but mark that down. That could be a missed opportunity.
We got Grady Mitchell coming up, 2 for 2. Aiden Nielsen, 1 for 2. So, swing and miss. Strike 3.
Yeah, big time strikeout right there. Big plate out as they get out number 1. And yeah, Grady Mitchell followed by Aiden Nilsson. But now you've only got, it's got to be Mitchell right here to try to drive in this run as the infield's on the grass.
Ball 1.
Yeah, I don't know what Coach Baker and Coach Avery talking there. Next pitch in there for strike 1. Pitch is in there for strike.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
I think a fan. Finally, the Gunnison coaches told the fan to leave. Maybe chirping at Baker a little bit. Going to be outside, so 2-2 count.
Yeah, Baker, John to the umpire. Their ball lifted up on the infield.
Yeah, Dyring and Sorensen's battling, and nobody comes and gets it. So ball drops foul, and now you look at Gunnison and say maybe a missed opportunity there. That would have been out number 2 with the runner at third base.
Miscommunication. I'm going to get that, the mental mistake, because somebody's got to call that, and somebody's got to take control there.
Yeah, we've seen Parsons not scoring a pass ball, and then that missed pop-up right there. Another strike, but it's going to be swung and missed for strikeout number 2, and 2 back-to-back big-time strikeouts from Dax Knutson.
Dax gets numbers 47 and 48 on the season.
So it's up to Aiden Nilsson to try to drive in Trell Parsons.
Well, Aiden 1 for 2 in the ball game. Got on both times. Second time on a fielder's choice.
Well, and right now, too, Knutson's just on the mound ready to go, and he's almost quick pitching. These South Sevier hitters aren't ready when they come in the box. Curveball buckles him, but stays inside for ball 2. And a 2-0 count. So the 2-0 pitch here to Nelson. Going to be in there for strike 1. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Going to beat him.
Gets him.
Yeah, Nelson. Nope, they're going to say off the end of the bat.
Well.
So knob of the bat.
I'd rather be lucky than good someday.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. Guess it does get the knob of the bat. Not sure, but this one he chops it back to the pitcher. Knutson's going to underhand scoop to Dyring. And South Sevier does strand Trell Parsons at third base. So they get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. It'll be Gunnison coming to bat when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Let's cover the perfect solution for memorable vacations, short road trips, or making travel memories with family and friends. Just be sure to purchase your next new or used vehicle at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford Richfield will make sure you get properly outfitted. On road, across town, or cross country, try the Jorgensen experience, available only at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford Richfield. Memory makers and thrill seekers wanted.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And to the bottom of the 4th inning we go here. Nolan Anderson alongside me, Willie Akers. We've got Adam Coombs on the controls, Kyler Jensen the camera work, and it's Porter Coleman to lead things off for the Bulldogs as he swings and fouls off the first pitch from Gus Ingram. It's South Sevier leading Gunnison 6-4 here as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. So Gus Ingram doing a nice job on the mound after giving up those 4 runs. He's put up 2 goose eggs. And here's the 0-1 pitch. in there for strike 2. Curveball. Coleman looking at it, so 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside for ball 1. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Following Coleman on deck is Braxton Pickett, the leadoff hitter. Next pitch is up in the zone for ball 2, so a 2-2 count. South Sevier playing straight up. We're 347 down the left field line, 380 to left center, 402 to center, 388 to right center, and 343 down the right field line. This one's hit to the center fielder. That's going to be Canabarney, and he makes the catch for out number 1 on the fly out to the center fielder, the F8. So it will be Braxton Pickett. We've seen him be hit by a pitch twice in this game. He had a stolen base back in the first and a run scored, and then was stranded at second base back in the second inning. And here's the first pitch to Pickett. Curveball in there for strike 1. Pickett's toes right on the edge of that white line on the inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss at strike 2. And quickly down in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Ingram. And Edwards setting up outside. Ingram hits the glove, but too far outside, so ball 1. Here's the pitch from Ingram. Curveball in there for strike 3. Pickett goes down looking.
Pickett didn't care much for it, did he?
No, he didn't like that one as he goes down looking for the second out, and Axon Sorensen, who's now in right field, comes to the plate.
He's gritting it out.
First pitch swinging, hits it foul to the backstop for strike 1. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Going to be down in the dirt for ball 1, so 1-2 or 1-1 count.
Yeah, 58-foot turf dirter. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah, that's right.
Curveball.
Next pitch stays out for ball 2, so a 2-1 count.
That just missed.
Here's the pitch from Ingram. Swung on a miss for strike 2, so a 2-ball, 2-strike count coming here to Axon Sorensen. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. South Sevier with the 6-4 lead. Here's a pitch from Ingram. In there, called strike 3. So back-to-back backwards Ks to end the inning. And there's no runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. To the top of the 5th we go. It'll be South Sevier coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Lazy D Pawn in center field is the premier auction house in central Utah with monthly auctions during the fall, winter, and spring. You can consign your items to be sold at auction, or when you're looking to add to your collections, or you just need some tools, maybe a new-to-you gun, or even an ATV, you can see what will be up for auction monthly at the shop on Main Street in Centerfield, at the Lazy D Auctions Facebook page, or at lazydauctions.com. And be sure to let Lazy D Pawn help you with your estate auctions. Lazy D Pawn in Centerfield, the go-to source for your auction needs.
We are all part of a team, whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support. Your team needs you to be at the top of your game. At Intermountain Health Sevier Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Our health professionals and staff are waiting to serve you and your loved ones. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And to the top of the 5th inning we go. Nolan Anderson alongside me, Willie Akers. It's South Sevier leading Gunnison 6-4, and it'll be Jax Christiansen to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning for the South Sevier Rams, followed by Hayden Edwards, and then right back to the top of the lineup in Cannon Barney.
Yeah, Jax flew out to right field and walked. 0 for 1 in the ball game. 234 coming in.
Here's the pitch from Knutson. Going to be in there for strike one. Next pitch, swung on a miss, strike two.
6-4 ball game favoring South Sevier as they bat here in the top of 5. Scheduled for 7.
Swung on and hit foul down the first base line. Dyring fields it foul. He'll throw it back into Knutson. So 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Knutson. Swung on and hit towards third base. Coach Baker will field this one, flip it to Brackett, and Brackett will throw it back into Knutson. So another 0-2 count here coming to Jax Christiansen.
Be the 5th pitch, even though he'll still have 2 strikes at the plate. Now we got
coaches talking, chirping, so umpire sends him in the dugout. Both these two teams, they know loser goes home, Willie. So it's an intense ball game as we see ball outside right there to Christiansen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Be the 6th pitch.
Swung on and hit right back up the middle, line shot for a base hit. And good at bat from Jax Christiansen.
9th hit in the ball game.
Yeah, both these two teams realize winner will move on to play ALA tonight at 7. The loser will go home. And right now, you talk about it, 9 hits in the ball game to just 5 for Gunnison. Here's a pitch from Knutson. Swung on and missed. Strike one.
Hayden Edwards, a 191 hitter coming in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Calls timeout at the plate.
This is what South Sevier was doing pretty much throughout the game, and then Knutson come in, and all of a sudden they quit calling time, and they were just letting Knutson. Now, he's going to tell Knutson, you got to wait till he's in, we're ready, he's holding it now, and then he'll tell him. But so Hayden Edwards realizing as the catcher, they got 2 strikeouts last inning because they just, in my opinion, weren't quite ready. And Knutson just says, here you go. Fastball up in the zone for ball 1, so a 1-1 count.
San Juan and Kanab waiting to get on the turf here at Larry H. Miller Field.
Knutson comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit foul to the first base coach. You mentioned it, San Juan Kanab. That's game 15. That's the 2 teams
undefeated
that don't have a loss yet. So the no loss staying in the top of the bracket. Winner of that one will go into the championship. The loser will then drop to the 1-loss bracket. As the pitch is in there for strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. And Dax Knutson gets the strikeout on Hayden Edwards, looking for out number 1.
His 3rd strikeout and 49th of the season.
Well, and no strikeouts until then. Knutson got 2 to end to start the 4th, and then got the first out here in the 5th with the strikeout. But Canna Barney comes to the plate. Runner at first. First pitch to Barney is a ball.
Yeah, he was willing to wear that one. He kind of stood up straighter there as that ball took the bend.
Got some grumbling going on. Knutson comes set. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0 count. Jax Christiansen, the runner at first base. South Sevier 6-4 lead, 1 out. Knutson comes set. Here's the pitch. Going to stay up in the zone for ball 3. And a 3-0 count now to Canabarney.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on down there in the dugout or stands or whatever, but Dex Knutson kind of lost concentration of what's going on out there on the field with whatever's going on.
So a 3-0 count, 1 out. Jack Sherstanson at first base, Canabarney at the plate. Knutson on the mound, comes set. Barney squares, pulls back. That'll be ball 4, and he'll head to first base as Christiansen moves to second. And that's going to bring up Houston Blake.
Second walk for Knutson, 27th on the season. And the 12th freebie handed out by Gunnison thus far in the ballgame.
Knutson getting the sign from Sorensen. Comes set. Kicks, delivers. Here's the pitch. It's going to be hit down the left field line. Will it be fair or foul? It's a foul ball. And that would have been a double for sure and scored 2 runs, but it is a foul ball.
This long strike.
Houston Blake reached on an air back in the first and scored. He flew out to left field, and then he singled and scored back in the 4th.
Yeah, came in hitting 360. Hitting in the number 2 slot for Coach Eric Baker.
So 0-1 count here to Houston Blake. Knutson comes set, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Up in the zone, ball 1. You see Baker with every one of them, like, take a deep breath, exhale. You could just kind of see what he's telling the hitters. Here's the pitch to Blake. Almost chased the high fastball, but he lays off. So 2-1 count. Probably telling him too, hey, stay within yourself, right? Just nice compact swing. Don't need a big hit. So the 2-1 count. Knutson curveball in there, strike 2. He missed with the fastball up, Willie, but then he comes back, curveball, nice looking pitch to get strike 2.
Well, the curveball's been his go-to and really been the one that's worked for him the best today against South Sevier here.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on a miss, strike 3. So big time strikeout as he falls behind there and comes back with back-to-back curveballs to get out number 2.
4th strikeout of the game and 50th on the season.
That'll bring up Gus Ingram. He doubled an RBI and a run scored, was hit by a pitch and then drew a walk and came around to score in the 4th.
352 coming in. There's that curveball again.
Curveball had him buckling right now. That is the best pitch for Knutson. Maybe trying to overthrow just a little bit on the fastball. Just needs to keep it down, hit his spots. 0-1 count here to Ingram. Ingram looking to add another run on the board for the Rams. Pitch is down, fastball for a strike as it bounces in front of the plate. So 1-1 count. So here's the 1-1 pitch to Gus Ingram. Curveball up, ball 2. So 2-1 count. Knutson versus Ingram. Here's a pitch from Knutson. Swung on a miss, strike 2.
He pulled the string on that one. Had Gus way out on the front foot.
So the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. We're in the top of the 5th inning. South Sevier leading Gunnison 6-4. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Knutson. Fastball swung on and fouled back to the screen. So we'll do the 2-2 pitch all over again.
Yeah, and this will be the 6th pitch to Gus from Dax Knutson.
Saw a fastball there. We'll see what Knutson chooses to throw here in this 2-2 count. Curveball swung on, hit to the shortstop. It's going to be Coleman. Flips it over to Hansen at second, and they get the out. So Ingram on the fielder's choice. There was no runs. There was one hit, and there were no errors and 2 runners left on base. It will be the Bulldogs coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At Mountain America, we understand that debt happens. Let's lighten your load. Visit macu.com/debt happens to get started.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
It's a new age of storage at Mason Storage Utah and Aurora. Manage, rent, and pay self RV and boat storage online 24/7. Check it out today at masonstorageutah.com or call for reservation rates and information 435-529-7445. Rent storage in May and get 2 months of free storage at Mason Storage Utah, just east of Mason Machinery, 618 East Center Street in Aurora. Click masonstorageutah.com or call 435-529-7445.
And the first pitch to Daxon Knutson's a curveball outside for ball 1. And here's the next pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 1, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, a good tailing fastball cut the corner. Gus Ingram gone all the way. He's working in the 5th inning here. Dandy curveball.
Yep. 1-2 count now to Knutson. Waylon Sorensen stands on deck, followed by Dylan Dyring.
Tells Dax, he says, you ain't the only one that's got a pretty good curveball.
This one's going to be lifted high down the right field line. Jax Christiansen comes over, runs out of room, but he made a great effort right there at the end of the dugout, reaching over, can't come up with it.
Yeah, that fence right there is about 4 or 5 foot tall, so, and it's metal. You want to be careful there.
So Knutson will stand back in with the 1-2 count. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3.
Yeah, big swing there.
Knutson telling Waylon Sorensen, hey, be ready for the curveball. This is what it does. Waylon Sorensen's seen the ball pretty well, though, so far today. Doubled back in the first with 2 RBIs and a run scored, and he hits that one deep down the left field line foul. So a long strike.
Yeah.
His second time up in the second, he flew out to left field.
Yeah, he hit a liner. He hit a bullet out there.
So 0-1 count. Next pitch is outside for ball. So 1-1 count now to Waylon Sorensen. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit to the Houston Blake at shortstop. He backs up, fields it, throws it across, and can't come up with it at first base as Jax Christiansen had to reach up the line just a little bit and can't come up with it. Might have bounced just right before his glove. So
first error in the ball game in the field.
Waylon Sorensen reaches on the air.
But the 7th freebie given up. 2 hit by pitches, 3 base on balls. That error and a mental mistake as well.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. Instead of backing up, you probably just continue to play through the ball.
Yep.
You get the momentum with the throw going to first base. But 1 out, Waylon Sorensen at first base. The tying run at the plate is Dylan Dyring. Waylon Sorensen takes off, and he'll steal it easily. So takes any force off.
16th stolen base. Well, I can't get him that because there was no throw.
And they got Braxton Pickett down in the bullpen getting loose for the Bulldogs. Ingram comes set. Pitches outside for ball 2 to Dylan Dyring. So Dyring, 1 for 2 on the day.
They're going to try and keep them each under 45. I'm not sure how many Knutson's thrown yet, but
fastball in there for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, there's that tailing fastball again. Started in inside and worked right over the plate. Good spot. Gus Ingram able to hit that one. He needs an out right here at the plate.
Next pitch is swung on. It's going to be hit. Chopper to second baseman. Fields it over to first in time for the out. So Mitchell gets it to Christiansen for the second out. But Waylon Sorensen, who stole second, does move up on the play. He stands at third base. So Crew Hansen, who came in for Landry Edwards, who injured his wrist on that play out in left field earlier in the ball game. Crew Hansen flew out to center field his first time up.
I have no Crew Hansen. He's only been up twice, 500. He gets hit.
Gets hit in the helmet. So tying run on base. And bring up Kason Brackett.
I didn't see it, but I heard it. I was looking at his numbers.
Curveball inside and left it inside. He ducked into it, put his helmet down, and so now first and third. And I'll bet you're going to see Coach Avery try to get him to second base as well. And then a base hit ties it up. Not a real big lead. Ingram comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 1.
Good pitch where you got 2 outs. You know, you can't let up. You got to face that guy at the plate. Kason Brackett, just a 286 hitter coming in.
Playing shallow and right and center, pretty much straight up there. Left field playing a little bit deeper. Infield halfway all the way around except for first holding the runner. There he goes, like you said.
He had a good break. They tried to cut it off. So you're going to get the stolen base.
Yeah, really good backup right there by Houston Blake. If he's not in position there, and that gets into center field, that's going to score 1. But, yeah, base hit now ties the game.
Crew Hansen gets his second stolen base on the season.
Brackett looks at the 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2.
Good-looking curveball there from Gus.
And Gus, in my mind, he looks really good and throws better, has more confidence in my mind anyways, out of the windup. And just misses outside there to even the count at 2-2.
Okay, so the 286 hitter coming in.
So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, outside and low, ball 3.
Full count. Got no place to put him. Well, you do. You have a base open.
Base is open at first, but you don't want to walk him necessarily.
So Henderson batting from the left-hand side in the on-deck circle.
Swung on and hit foul to the backstop.
Might have swung at ball 4 there.
And you talk about Briggs Hendrickson on deck. He drew a walk his first time and then struck out back in the third his second time up. So here's the full count. Fastball swung on, lifted foul out of play down the right field side.
This will be the 8th pitch to Kason Brackett.
Brackett battling. Here's the full count. Swung on and hit foul to the backstop again.
So this will be the 9th pitch.
And Ingram's up to 86 pitches now. So Kason Brackett running that pitch total up, 87. Next one's fouled back down the third baseline and past the third base dugout. So I believe that would have been, 88 now. Pitch number 88.
It was pitch number 9 to Brackett. This will be pitch number 10. I'm going to guess you might see the curveball here.
Ooh, leaves it up for ball 4. So Casey Brackett with a good at-bat draws the walk. And that's going to load the bases for Briggs Hendrickson, the DH.
4th walk, 8th freebie to South Sevier. So Briggs has a chance to do some damage here.
Curveball outside, ball 1. And now you have no place to put him, Willie. As you got to go right at Briggs Hendrickson, challenge him.
286 hitter. 10 runs driven in. Guys got signal.
Ball 2. And we're pitch 90.
Well, the tail on his fastball worked against him on that time. Got Coach Baker going to go out and talk to him.
Yep, pitch 91 actually. And 2-0 count, loaded bases. I think this is just one of those like, hey, where are we missing? What's going on? Dial it in. You got to take your chances. Don't let him have a freebie here.
I wouldn't be surprised that Mr. Baker's going to wait for the umpire to come out there, and he's going to ask him, where were those?
Maybe a good point, but you want to be careful how you do that too now with the 2-0 count. But loaded bases for Gunnison. They trail South Sevier 6-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and umpire is headed out to break it up.
Well, no, Eric doesn't talk to him.
No, he doesn't. Second trip to the mound for South Sevier in this game. They get 3, and then after that, you got to pull him.
Mm-hmm. Or 2 in the same inning.
Nope, that's not the case.
Anymore?
Nope.
You don't have to pull him anymore?
Not 2 in an inning. Nope, just 3, and then after that.
Huh.
Ball's hit to center field. Cannon Barney's coming in, makes the catch. So line out to the center fielder for the out number 3, and that's a big out for South Sevier as they dodge a bullet there. There were no runs, no hits, and there was the 1 error and 3 left on base. It'll be South Sevier coming to the bat when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise, while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors. The City of Monroe is proud to have...
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And Braxton Pickett on to pitch for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Trell Parsons in there for strike 1. Following Trell Parsons, it will be Grady Heaps and Grady Mitchell.
Good looking curveball there for the first strike. Oh.
Just missed inside for ball 1.
Well, he's hit 4 on the season. That almost got him number 5 there.
Pitch on the outside gets him to chase for strike 2.
I think that was the slider right there. He got a slider and a curveball. Got the tailing fastball. Good velocity. You can't go to sleep in the batter's box right here.
And strikes him out looking right there. Froze Trell Parsons for out number 1.
Number 75 on the season for Braxton. Well, I know they probably want to use him in this ball game in case they could get on, but they got to shut the door right here.
Well, they're still down 2, so they're trying to get a couple runs to get back in this. They can't afford to get further behind.
Nope.
Ball goes to the backstop for ball 1.
6-4. Top of 6.
Next pitch swung on a miss for strike 1, so a 1-1 count.
Grady, a 328 hitter coming in. 18 runs driven in. 1 for 3 on the day. With a run scored.
Bunt down the third baseline. Fielded there by Brackett. Not in time. As a base hit for a bunt, Grady Heaps.
Good bunt. 10th hit. Was a doozy for South Sevier.
Yeah, it was a great bunt. Just a right-handed batter is Grady Heaps, and he just squared around, got it down the third baseline, and then used his speed to get down the line. And Brackett made a really good play on it. Just a better bunt and better speed getting down the line.
9 stolen bases for Grady. Oh,
swing and a miss from Grady Mitchell.
That was the curveball there.
Yeah, Baker saying, hey, pick it up early. Recognize it. Here's a pitch from Pickett.
Oh,
that's going to bean him. And that doesn't feel good.
No.
So that's going to put runners now at first and second.
12th freebie in the ball game. 5th hit batsman on the season. And the third in the ball game by the staff, the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs.
Aiden Nilsson coming to bat. He's got 2 hits in the game. 2 for 3 on the day. Looking to get a base hit and an RBI here.
At point number 5, Aiden Nelson.
Brackett calling out Sorensen to go over their signs with the runner at second base. So 6-4 is your score. South Sevier leads Gunnison. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Runners at first and second. Braxton Pickett on the mound, and the batter is Aiden Nilsson. Jack Christiansen stands in on deck. And here's the pitch from Pickett. It's going to be low, and Sorensen couldn't find it. He knocked it down. It was right there at home plate. He thought it might have went to the backstop, but finds it quickly, and runners stay put.
So runners at first and second. 1 out. South Sevier holds a 2-run lead here. They're trying to add to it.
Pitch from Pickett. Ooh, almost got Nelson. I think he's taking a deep breath. Like I seen how that made Grady Mitchell feel getting hit with that one. I didn't want to be hit, and he just misses not getting hit there. 2-0 count.
Dylan Dyring in on the grass at first. Axton Sorensen back at third.
Here's the pitch. Curveball in there, strike 1.
And Trail had flinched on that one.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nilsson facing Pickett. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Pickett. Inside on the fastball for ball 3, so a 3-1 count. So a 3-1 hitter's count. Pickett's best pitch, maybe right now too, is his curveball.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe trying to overthrow on the fastball just a little. Here's the pitch. It is a curveball. It's going to be outside for ball 4. So that's going to load up the bases for the left-handed hitting Jax Christiansen.
First base on balls of the game, 29 on the season. And the 13th freebie handed out by Gunnison.
One thing this does, nope, Pickett's going to stay thrown out of the stretch. I thought he might go to the windup. But he is in the windup, yep. Curveball in there, strike 1. I was going to say, he's another one that seems a little bit more comfortable throwing out of the windup versus the stretch.
Yeah, Jax 1 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. Flew out to right field.
Fastball low for ball 1, so 1-1 count to Jax Christiansen.
Well, he wanted to come in and be able to go 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and that's not been the case.
Nope, loaded bases, 1 out. Jax Christiansen at the plate. Hayden Edwards on deck, swung on and hit foul down the left field line. Out of play. Goes down into that bleacher area. So 1-2 count now to Christiansen.
This will be his 19th pitch in the inning.
Here's the pitch from Pickett. Outside, ball 2, so a 2-2 count. Two count, loaded bases. Here's the pitch from Pickett. Curveball swung on, hit to the second baseman. He's going to go 2, and that's the only play he's going to get. They get 1 run in on the ground out. Crew Hansen doing a nice job fielding it, getting it over to Porter Coleman, but the only out they had was that runner going from first to second. They didn't have time to get the double play with Christiansen getting down the line. So he does his job and at least gets 1 more run in, and now South Sevier leads 7-4.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play there by Crew Hansen. That cuts down another potential run. They can't afford to give up many. They're down by 4 now.
And now's the question, what's Coach Baker going to do with first and third and Hayden Edwards coming to the plate? So he calls time and brings Edwards down to talk to him.
Yep, 2 outs. Hayden 0 for 3 in the ball game. 194 or 191 coming in.
Trying to build a little confidence with Edwards maybe. Helps maybe give him a little more confidence. Like I say, you get that extra running in from third, and now you got a 4-run lead instead of a 3-run lead. Curveball in there, strike 1. So 1 run across in the inning. No hits, no errors, but there has been there was the 1 hit, the infield bunt single. Swing and a miss from Hayden Edwards for strike 2.
Yeah, and I was going to say the way he flinched at that first one and just kind of waved at that one, I just come back with that curveball again. He's not seeing it.
0-2 pitch from Pickett. Going to get by, and that's twice we've seen runners stay at third base and not come in and score, Willie.
Well, the wild pitch, and that one is probably a good thing that he didn't, because that came right back to Waylon Sorensen. But that wild pitch is the 14th freebie.
Jax Christiansen does move up to second base.
And the 6th of the season, yes. So you got 2 potential runs out there if Hayden Edwards can find a way to get on. Takes ball 2.
Yeah, ball 2. So 2-2 count, 2 out, runners at second and third.
Pickett wanted that one.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. So Hayden Edwards goes down on strikes for the 3rd out. But South Sevier does get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. It'll be Gunnison coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Sandbeat Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sandbeat Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sandbeat Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sandbeatsteel.com. Attention Class A CDL drivers. For a great career choice of steady, reliable, home everyday work, Savage Services is for you. Savage offers the opportunity to earn $80,000 to $100,000 yearly plus quarterly bonuses, a $5K retention bonus, $5K relocation pay, and 30-day housing for qualified drivers. They also offer full benefits, PTO, profit sharing, 401ks, and more. Savage takes care of team members. Apply at driveforsavage.com. That is drive4savage.com for price and Salina job listings.
For carpet, flooring, windows, or glass at rock bottom prices, Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring in Richfield is the logical choice with a huge inventory and the service to back it up. From quality flooring to expert window and glass installation and even sheds, Shepherd's knows how to upgrade your home. Shop in person Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., 410 North Main, Richfield, or click shepherdscarpets.com to shop online. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, quality, service, and prices you just can't beat.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And it's Porter Coleman to start things off here for the Bulldogs as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and then it will be to the top of the order of Braxton Pickett, followed by Axton Sorensen. South Sevier leads Gunnison 7-4. Gus Ingram on the mound for the Rams. First pitch was a strike. Second one is up for ball one, so that'll even the count at 1-1 to Porter Coleman. Coleman 0 for 1 with a walk as he swings and misses there for a 1-2 count. That's 90, I believe, number 95 right there. Yes, it was on that pitch. So Gus Ingram going to get to 110, be able to finish the batter, and that'll be it for him as that ball's hit right up the middle. It's going to be backhanded by Mitchell. Throw to first, not in time. We're going to give Porter Coleman an infield single.
Yes, we are.
And that's
sixth hit.
Yeah, only the 6th hit of the ball game for Gunnison.
But couldn't come at a more opportune time at the bottom of the lineup there when they're down. Down by 4-3. What is the score?
Yep, 7-4.
7-4, down by 3.
Braxton Pickett comes up. He is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch twice and struck out.
Came in hitting 408.
Kind of a late swing, fouls it off above the first base dugout.
Late recognition of that curveball.
So Coleman at first, Pickett at the plate. Here's the pitch from Ingram. Fastball away, ball one. Evens the count at 1-1 to Braxton Pickett. Ingram checks the runner, comes set. There's a pitch. Swung on, it's going to be a line drive base hit into center field. And Coleman's going to go to second and hold up there. So Braxton Pickett does his job. So back-to-back singles for the Bulldogs. Puts a tying run now at the plate in Axton Sorensen.
First time they've been able to string back-to-back hits since the first inning.
Yeah. They did it in the first inning with 4 straight hits. And 2 straight hits here. Axton Sorensen, 1 for 3.
322 coming in.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Where we at pitch-wise on?
That was pitch 100. So Ingram's got 10 pitches to work with here in this one. Next pitch is a ball, so 1-1 count now to Axton Sorensen.
Braxton in a bright spot in the lineup.
Here's a pitch from Ingram. Swung on a miss, strike two.
But he's looked kind of ugly on two good curveballs there from Gus Ingram.
Yeah, and his last at bat, he struck out looking.
Yep. He'd shorten up here, just try to find a hole somewhere.
Ingram comes set. Here's the pitch. Curveball lifted into center field. It's going to be, no, I thought maybe center field, but it was just a short pop-up that Houston Blake makes a diving catch behind second base and on the second base side of second base. So gets the out.
Good heads-up base running there by Porter Coleman to get back.
Well, we saw double play earlier in a similar type situation. So Axton pops up to the shortstop for out number one.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
That's right. Good base running from Coleman, as you mentioned, and Pickett as they get back. First pitch to Knutson's a ball.
Dax came in 329, 4 home runs, 33 runs driven in. He's been fairly quiet. He had a single back in the first inning and walked and struck out since then.
Ingram comes set, checks the runner there at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit up the middle. That's going to score 1 run as Barney gets it into the second baseman. So single and an RBI for Daxton Knutson. That's his second hit of the ball game. And Porter Coleman will come in on that one. And now you got a speedy Braxton Pickett at second base. And so another base hit should score him easily. So
down
third
by
hit
2
in the inning.
Yep, third hit in the inning.
And the score now is 7-5, and Ingram's at 105 pitches.
So he'll get to face Waylon Sorensen, the number 4 hitter. They're going to walk him, not waste any pitches.
I'm not sure about that. You got 1 out, and now the tying runs at second base. So Coach Baker choosing just to put him on, not pitch to him. So intentional base on balls, and Waylon Sorensen's now at first, Knutson at second, and Braxton Pickett to third.
Dylan Dowring, the left-hand hitter.
Corners in, looking for the double play up the middle. Swing and a miss, or swinging, it's going to be an error on the first baseman, goes under his glove. Tying run comes in. Waylon Sorensen being waved. Now he's brought back to third, and he's the go-ahead run. So we've got a tie ball game here, and runners at first and third for the Bulldogs, 1 out.
Yep. How many times we talked about what errors do to you?
Yep, Baker calls time. He's going to go out. I believe that's probably going to be it for Gus Ingram. So we'll take a break and be back with more on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield or Cena Rasmussen in Salina for Sorensen Levitt Insurance.
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University. Nolan Anderson alongside Willie Akers. And we got a tie ball game, Willie, with runners at first and third for Gunnison with 1 out. And the batter coming to the plate is Crew Hansen. He is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and stranded at second base back in the 5th inning.
So I'm going to guess Gus. No, they leave Edwards there, so Gus Ingram must be at third.
Yeah. So the new pitcher for the Rams as Coach Baker goes out and makes the change is Trell Parsons. You see it on the screen here.
Trail comes with 4.63 ERA, 39 and a thirds, 28 strikeouts, 22 base on balls.
First pitch is a ball down. Yet good speed on first base now too, and Dylan Dyring. So the go-ahead run at third base.
And just one out.
Coach Avery trying to do whatever he can to get that runner in from third base and take this one-run lead. Trell Parsons comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit up the middle as Canna Barney can't make the play. And Dyring's going to go first to third. And Gunnison with the 8-7 lead now on the base hit from Crew Hansen.
Fourth hit in the inning, fourth run. Sorensen scores. Dyring moves to third.
Down Crew Hansen, good speed there at first base. Freshman coming in big right there for Coach Avery in the situation. Yep. And that's going to bring up Kaysen Brackett. Kaysen Brackett 1 for 2 in this game.
Ninth hit in the ball game for Gunnison. Trail steps off. Crew Hansen, 2 stolen bases on the season.
1 in this game earlier too, so definitely a threat to go.
And you can't forget about Dylan Dyring over there. Good speed at third base. 4 runs in the inning. That bounces up. Here he comes. There's going to be a play at the plate. No.
Nope. And we've seen, Gunnison's taken advantage of that twice. South Sevier left runners at third because they didn't come in on balls that got to the backstop. So Gunnison getting their 5th run in the inning and now leads 9-7.
Yep, the wild pitch. Makes it 10 freebies handed out by South Sevier. And they're coming at a time when it really hurts.
Baker out discussing it. Yep. Here's the replay.
Yep,
and in there, yep.
He's in there.
So good call by the umpire.
It's close. 5 runs in the inning.
Yep. They scored 4 in the first and now 5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning to take the 9-7 lead. And they're not done yet as they've only got 1 out. And Crew Hansen at second base.
Jason Brackett takes strike 1. Or strike 1.
Well, I think it's 1-2, isn't it?
I thought it was 1-1. Wasn't that first pitch?
That's right, 1-1. First pitch was in the dirt.
I can't read the scoreboard, so I don't know what they have.
Here's the pitch from Parsons. Swung on, hit foul down the right field.
Yeah, and Brackett was looking to go that way.
Yep. Goes into the bleachers down right field line. So now it's 1-2. And Crew Hansen at second base. Kaysen Brackett, Briggs Hendrickson stands on deck as he looks at ball 2. That'll even the count now at 2-2.
Still just 1 out. Number 7 hitter. Over the top.
Ball. So full count now coming here to Kaysen Brackett. So far, the Bulldogs have 4 hits in the inning. There was 1 error, but they've got 5 runs plated. As Kaysen Brackett looks at ball 4. He'll go down to first base, and that'll bring up the DH, Briggs Hendrickson.
First for Trail.
Coach Avery's going to go ahead and Bear Bartholomew, who is in left field, is going to hit
for
himself. And Briggs Hendrickson will come out of the DH spot.
Bear, 188 hitter on the season.
And we've seen Pickett down there in the bullpen throwing a little bit more too, Willie, just coming the dugout because he may have a chance to bat here again. as Bear Bartholomew stands in with runners at first and second. He looks at ball one.
Ninth hitter in the inning.
Next pitch is ball two, up in the zone.
Well, that's been the one weakness for Trail, has been the base on balls. Came in with 27 to 21, and or 22, and he's walked one.
So the 2-0 pitch.
Oh, had him backing out on a good curveball.
Curveball catches the outside corner for strike one, so a 2-1 count. Runners at first and second, one out. Swung on a miss, strike two. Good looking curveball from Trell Parsons there. So 2-2's your count.
And the gentleman that started everything off in this inning, Porter Coleman, standing in the on-deck circle.
Parsons gets the sign, comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lifted high towards left field. Left fielder coming in.
Grady Heaps.
That's Grady Heaps. Heaps, and he makes the catch for out number 2 on the F7.
And they're going to foul up our scorebook here. Going to have to go to another line. Porter Coleman started it off with a single.
Yeah, Porter Coleman single and a run scored.
3-10 coming in. Walked, flew out to center field, singled and scored.
So Trell Parsons now facing Coleman for the first time. Just missed inside for ball one.
Ain't nobody cheering harder for Porter Coleman than Braxton Coleman right there or Braxton Pickett right there in the on-deck circle, hoping to get another shot.
Here's the pitch. Curveball is going to be lifted into center field. Canabarney will come over and make the catch on the left side of second base there into short left center field for out number 3. And so the F8 will end the inning, but Gunnison gets 5 runs. They do it on 4 hits. There was 1 error, and they leave 2 runners on base. So it will be the top of the 7th. South Sevier with 3 outs to work with when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
I'm J.L. Larson.
And I'm Sarah Larson.
And we're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to Sanpete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
And here's a pitch from Pickett. Going to be ball one, as it's going to be the top of the order, right where Coach Baker would like to be with this South Sevier lineup as they trail Gunnison 9-7. Next pitch is ball two. So 2-0 count here from Pickett to Canabarney. Houston Blake on deck. And Gus Ingram will be the third batter this inning, as that one's going to hit Barney, and he drops right there at home plate. Here's a replay. Just see that. Looks like fastball just tails in. Oh, got it on the elbow.
Second
so
hit
right
batsman.
On the elbow, not like it got any meat, just right there on that bone.
6th on the season, and Cannon Barney's down in the batter's box.
Coach has come out to check on him and tap him on the back. He says, "I'm good to go." little bit of a stinger there when you catch one right there. That's a tough spot to be hit, but Coach Baker likes to see a base runner. Cannon Barney, senior, he wants to play another game, so he's happy to be there at first base.
Leads the team in stolen bases. They're going to give him a second. And he's going to take every one they'll give him. Going to put on the sliding glove, put his helmet back on, and go to war. Brings a tying run to the plate, though.
Yeah, Pickett comes set, checking the runner over his shoulder. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Waylon Sorensen was ready to throw down, but didn't need to as Barney gets back quickly. So the 0-1 pitch to Blake. Going to be up for ball one, so a 1-1 count.
Yeah, couldn't dial that curveball in on that one. Stayed up. Barney with good lead, 2 steps.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Pickett.
Barney not going.
Going to be hit down the right field line and into the bleachers, foul.
Please return all foul balls to nearest dugout.
Well, that at least give them a chance to pick one up before they start telling them to bring the foul balls back.
Hey, those kids the other day, that first one, they kept it.
Ooh, got him on a wicked curveball.
Strikeout looking, and that's going to be out number 1.
Second strikeout, number 76 on the season for Braxton. Brings up Gus Ingram.
Pitch is up for a ball.
Gus singled, was hit by a pitch, and grounded out. Shortstop to second base.
Next pitch hit, swung on, hit the third baseman over to second for 1. Tried to get the double play, but not in time. But they do get the lead runner. So Brackett over to Hanson for the lead runner, and out number 2 as Ingram hits into the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Trail Parsons.
Trail will like to do something right here as he came in to pitch. 329 hitter coming in, 23 runs driven in. He represents the tying run.
Next one's going to be hit into center field. Center fielder Dax Knutson comes in, makes the catch, and that will be the ball game as Gunnison comes back from trailing 7-4 to score 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, take the 9-7 lead, and they get South Sevier out here in the top of the 7th. So Gunnison will move on to play ALA at 7 p.m. tonight after this next ball game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with our final numbers on this one on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.